Hello and welcome back to the WYG Football podcast. I'm Max Freeman and I'm joined by Tom, Spurs fan, and Ty, Arsenal fan. How are you gents doing tonight?
Yeah, not bad.
Splendid. Absolutely
Splendid.
splendid, mate.
I bet you're splendid, Ty, because we're going to start with your boys, the Gooners. They had a good result
Pause.
away with a last-minute Kai Havertz winner away in Lisbon against Sporting Lisbon. Just briefly talk for us, how you felt about how the game went, and then also the feeling when Havertz finally scored, taking back the 1-goal advantage to the Emirates.
Well, you know what? I would have taken a 0-0 on the grand scheme of things. We didn't play that well. They hit the post. They hit the bar. Raya made an absolutely outrageously good save in that first half, in the first 6 minutes. And in the grand scheme of things, to walk away with the 3 points, with the win back to the Emirates, it's a great result. But we didn't play that well. We played the usual haram ball, the usual everyone sit behind the ball and prey on a counter attack. The usual Mikel Arteta ball, and it either works, it either works in the smash and grab and you get the result, or as you see against Southampton, it doesn't work at all. So luckily on this occasion, we defended really well. After the first 6 minutes, after that bleep of madness, then we defended really well, and Havertz come on, done what subs are supposed to do. Havertz, don't count out Champions League Havertz. Yeah, Champions League Havertz might be the scariest player this season, mate.
Second to Martinelli.
You watch, Champions League Martinelli is unreal as well. Them two as a combination, unreal. And they combined again, and Havertz found a back in there, and I was very happy.
I think
guaranteed to go through.
I think Arteta got a bit confused though when he was putting all the players behind the ball. He saw a 28-year-old striker called Luis Suarez, and he must have thought, it must have been the good one. But but it's a great result for Arsenal to take back to the Emirates. Tom, I don't know if you watched the game or you saved yourself by watching the Bayern Munich Real Madrid game.
Well, yeah, I was actually obviously no offense. It's not because it's Arsenal. It's just generally Bayern Real Madrid was a massive game to watch.
Yeah,
not as big as Arsenal Sporting, mate. Come on now.
But no, I actually I caught the last end of the Arsenal Sporting because it was Bayern 2-0 up. They were cruising. I mean, it went 2-1, but I still think, as I said, Bayern are going to win the Champions League. Like that was my prediction from the very beginning. Like early doors.
He's carrying out the Gunners again.
But no, I know this was this was way like the start of the season when I was just predicting things. I did Bayern to win the Champions League. But yeah, they're quality. But yeah, I caught the end of the Arsenal game. I mean, yeah, from what I saw, just Arsenal, as Ty said, sitting back behind the ball. I get it. I get the tactic. It does, as Ty said, sometimes it can win you games, or sometimes you can do what you did in Southampton and City that we saw 2 games in a row, where they tried this part of us football, and it didn't work against Southampton, and City absolutely demolished them. We watched this live. Ty, my genuine question is to you though, is obviously, I know this tactic has been working for a long time, throughout the Premier League, over a couple of seasons now. But is it to any point getting annoying where you're kind of like, you watched that final and you didn't go for it and you got dominated? You're sitting behind the ball against Southampton, a Championship side. Sporting, yeah, I get it's the first leg and, it's an away leg, but you're still easily, you're supposed to be, as you guys say, the best team in the world or one of the best teams in the world. Does it annoy you now? Does it get on your nerves a little bit that you sit behind the ball?
Yeah, 100%. I was on the brink after Southampton away. I literally said, bro, this guy's got to go. This guy's got to leave my club. I've had it with this fraud, bro. Like every time, every crunch time of the season, he always folds like Wenger did at Christmas time. Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over again. So after that Southampton game, I was on the brink of saying, nah, enough is enough. But look, if he can win as a Premier League this season playing this football, nobody's going to complain.
No.
So, and that's all I'll say. As long as he can find consistency and find a rhythm playing this football to the end of the season, as long as he can get results, I don't care if it's 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. I don't care how close the game is. As long as he can get results.
Are you be honest?
For the
there's a
Premier League?
9-point gap, but are you nervous in this Premier League? Considering City and finding a form now.
I'll be honest. For the Premier League, no. No,
Okay, fair.
I'm
Give
not.
me
I'm
Liverpool.
not nervous at the moment. I'm not nervous at the moment. If we lose next game, if we lose Bournemouth, then I'll be shaking.
Yeah, because you
Then
still
I'll
got to
be
play
shaking, mate.
City, the Etihad. You know if you play that tactic you have been doing, and you've seen
If we
City
play, the thing
found
is,
you
you
out
go
as
to
well in that
City.
final.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Mikel wants to play this right and he knows how to set up a team that can defend, you go to City away and you play for the draw. You do play for the draw.
Yeah, cool.
This is when Mikel should use his defensive knowledge and put everyone behind the ball and say to everyone, you keep this shape for the whole 90 minutes. Because if we get a point at Etihad, that's it. League's done. We've won it. I solely believe that. We get a point at Etihad. As long as we don't lose,
Yeah, no,
we
the
get a
point
point at
I
Etihad.
do
I think it's
agree.
done.
A draw is the biggest result for Arsenal.
Draw,
Unless you
draw's
lose a
biggest.
few games before, then it can get a bit, if you lose that Bournemouth game, etc., it can be a bit funnier. But if you get a draw and you win your other games, no reason. I mean, that basically should win you the league.
Mm. But going back to the Champions League tie, how do you feel about the Champions League now? Obviously, with Barcelona losing last night as well, 2-0 to Atletico.
Man, I'm over the bloody moon. This Atletico team are the same team that went to Spurs away and lost. Who goes to Spurs away and loses, by the way?
Them apparently.
And I
I mean,
respect
to be fair, they
Simeone,
were ahead on
go on.
aggregate by 2 goals, so they
Yeah,
were
but still,
they
but
were
you went to
kind of
Spurs away
cruising
and
a little
lost.
bit.
That's shambolic. Going to Spurs away and losing is embarrassing.
Well,
Big up Simeone, though.
te-
He is one of
te-
the best managers
I'm just
around.
going to say,
But
technically, if
go on.
Kingsley didn't make the mistakes, we would have actually knocked out Atletico.
Well, I mean,
Come on now.
Right.
If but some maybes, but without the
if we had Luis Enrique, the league would have been done by now.
So you're saying it should have been a North London derby in the semi-finals?
No, because we would never have beaten who we would
could you imagine,
Could you
imagine Tottenham at the new camp?
Yamal would have battered that. What do you mean?
To be fair, if we had Yamal instead of Saka this season, I think we would have won both Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Being the FA Cup final.
Yeah, I remember a few Arsenal fans saying that they wouldn't drop Saka for Yamal. Would you sell Saka
crazy
for Yamal? I think that's crazy.
For Yamal like this, I can't lie. I'll be
but
honest.
I think with Arsenal though, I expect them now to definitely get to the final now.
100%. And I'll be there ready to try and get my ticket. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, what Arsenal fan wouldn't? It's been 20 years since their last Champions League final appearance. Obviously, didn't go the way they wanted to at that time, but hopefully this time they can make amends in Budapest. We'll see who they're going to play against. Probably between either PSG or Bayern, it looks like at this rate. Tom, would you fancy Arsenal against PSG or Bayern in a final?
Tom, think about it. We've already beat Bayern this year, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
Okay. If you play the way that Arteta's going to play, I'm sorry to say, but PSG and Bayern will play you off the park. They just will. I'm not saying Kane's going to turn up in the final because I've never watched him turn up in a final, never seen do it. But when you've got Diaz, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kane is probably looking, he's on the charge for a Ballon d'Or, which is nuts because he is. It's true. He scored another goal to Bernabeu the other day, but Elise, Diaz, that front three, and then you've got PSG who just look. I mean, if you watched them again, I know Liverpool aren't their greatest, but Champions League Liverpool have always been different to Premier League Liverpool, especially this season.
Yeah.
And PSG, they didn't play terrible Liverpool, but you could see the levels that PSG had, and they were just, there's a reason Liverpool didn't get a shot on target. PSG are just damn good, and so and they both won Champions Leagues. They're both European winners. They're both
just think as well the way Tottenham play football as well. It's just not going to work. Arsenal. The way that Arsenal play football at the moment, it's just not going to work.
Not against the big teams. Not against the Bayern and PSG, especially not against City, 2 legs or in a final. You got to change it up. Arteta would have to change it up somehow. If he changes it up, I'm going to be honest. If you go into a final and you don't play this part of us football, I genuinely believe you could have a chance. There is an opportunity there because the teams won't expect it. You'll come into it and you'll be like, boom, we're going for it. We're not going to play this part of us football and let you dominate us. If you change it up, that manager's going to have to wait to the second half to go, okay, they're doing this, and then you might go back to part of the bus. Who knows? There's a little.
The thing is, though, as an Arsenal fan, I would rather play against Bayern, knowing that we have already beat them. The only team that beat them in the Champions League this season is us. So I would rather play Bayern Munich in the Champions League final than PSG. I think PSG. No matter how Mikel approaches the game, PSG showed last year that they will beat us at home and away. and I think they'll do it again.
And they should
in
as
the
well.
final.
I think Bayern are the best team in the
Well,
world at the moment. There's
no,
just, I don't know.
I
just
would rather
think
play Bayern.
defensively, attackingly, midfield wise, the way they play football is just. I mean, they went to the Bernabeu, and I know you guys did that too, but they went to the Bernabeu and made Real Madrid look basic, like a Tottenham. They made.
But this is a really quite a poor Madrid team though,
Oh, of course
with a really average manager.
But they still got their front
that
three,
below is
didn't
really
they?
average.
They still had Mbappe, you know, Vinny. Like they just shut them quiet, kept them quiet. You know, Kane destroying them, which just crazy. Really. Like they, I just can't believe how good they are. I mean, Diaz is the most probably underrated left winger in the world at the moment. I feel like he's someone
really
that
good,
is
man.
not spoken about at all. You know, we know how good he was at Liverpool.
In my opinion, Elise is the best right winger in the world.
Yeah,
better than Yamal.
Currently this season, yes, I do think Yamal is more likely to win a Ballon d'Or before Elise, in that essence. Like
I think that's PR,
this
man.
season,
I think that's PR.
Elise is definitely in there, you know, as the best right wing in the world at the moment. But Yamal's, you know, I mean, even when you watch Yamal against Atletico yesterday, I know he didn't get his goal contribution, so 10-man didn't help. But I watched a part of that game, and Yamal was like turning rings around people, and you could just see he's still
Definitely.
he's so.
But he's unreal.
Just before we finish up on Arsenal, if we are finishing up, I have a little thing that I wanted to say, and I actually put this in the group to Ty, and he didn't like this. He was like, "No way, no way." I mean, they've calmed down a bit now because they've got knocked out of 2 trophies, so they've kind of. But before this, I think Arsenal fans are just Swifties in disguise. And let me break this down. Let me break this down, right? Let me tell you why. So Arsenal and Taylor Swift, right?
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it does. It does. Let me break it down.
Makes no sense, bro. It's like me saying Tottenham fans are moving like Diddy.
Listen, Taylor Swift, top artist, right? Taylor Swift, top artist, right? Arsenal, top club. Like they're a top club. I'm not going to deny that. But Taylor Swift isn't the best of the best. But Swifties think they're the best. She's the best artist in the whole world, best artist in the universe. Arsenal fans think Arsenal are the best team in the world right now, and the best team in the universe. You know, so I just think they're basically the same thing.
Me and Ty have waited all day because you picked that up in the group chat saying I've got something.
You didn't like it. Didn't like it.
I'm not a fan personally. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
You don't think Arsenal fans are just like Swifties?
No, they're just their own breed of fans.
Yeah, but the fan bases are both the same. The only difference is
they're the best in the Premier League. They're the best in the Premier League right now.
The only comparison that makes us like Swifties is the loyalty, bro. We are the loyalist fan base in the world. To go 8-8 and then 5th, bro. And to lose, to be knocked out of finals, to be knocked out of cup competitions, to go Forest away.
Have you met us? No. Have you met us? We won a Europa League final last season, finished 16th, and now in a relegation battle. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting.
He's still got his shirt on. Look at it.
You don't know who's on the back.
Anyway, can we just move well past that Tom point?
I thought it was a good point.
Shocking point. Shocking.
We'll see what.
I feel like it would have been better if Arsenal were doing good.
We'll see what TikTok says.
If we were doing good.
They're
on top of the league.
No, Ty, don't winning quadruple 3 weeks ago, and then you didn't speak in the group chat for a month.
Right.
Mate, I didn't say we're going to win a quadruple. I said I'll be happy with 1 or 2 trophies. I never did I mention quadruple. I always said 1 or 2. I said minimum 1.
Well, you've lost your 2 easiest ones.
Okay, so let's go win the 2 hardest ones then.
Yeah. They've got all the.
If he does that, I tell you what. If Arteta does that, build him a statue. However, he should leave at the end of the season. No matter what trophy because he's not going to take this team any further. So no matter what he does, genuinely, I saw someone say this the other day, and I thought to myself, I saw someone say this the other day.
Maybe it's just Arnie's slot in disguise. Maybe it's just Arnie's slot in disguise. Just build a team, win bank, and then
because I can't see him peaking more than this. To be honest, I don't see us win the Champions League. It'd be very difficult, but I see us win the Premier League. And if he does, after second, after bottling it 3 times, wins the Premier League this season, end on a high. Tell the players we've finally done it because you're not going to get better than that. He's not going to peak again. He's just going to get worse.
Okay. And so who's your replacement then? Don't say Simeone. Don't say Simeone.
People say this, and there's so many managers out there. I mean, Mikel wasn't even a manager when we got him. My ideal pick, I tell you who my ideal pick would be. Cesc Fabregas.
Really interesting. I
Top
like
top
that.
4 at the moment. Top 4 at the
No,
moment
yeah,
with
no, I see it.
Como.
I see it.
With Como on an
Yeah, that's
awful
a really
budget.
nice pick, actually.
Yep, develop players like Nico Paz, and he is an absolute baller. Yeah. He's transformed that team from nothing and a small club, 12K stadium, and now look at them. They're going to get Champions League next season, hopefully. Champions League.
I really like that. I really like that
I
pick,
like
Ty.
that shout. That's
I really like
definitely a
that.
good pick.
Yeah, that was very profound.
That'd be my ideal pick.
We had the privilege of watching my boys, the Reds, take on PSG, who I think are the best team in Europe right now, and it showed because played off the park in a 2-0 loss, thanks to goals from Desiree Doué and Kvaratskhelia. The first of which a deflected goal, bit unlucky. Second goal was a piece of art, really, wasn't it? I have a lot to say on this because I cannot stand our fan base today. I'm losing it with my fan base. I saw that there was this guy on Sky Sports, right? I can't remember what his name was. He was a London Liverpool fan like myself, so can't really complain too much. His name was Montel. I remember listening to him, right? And he was saying that wasted 90 minutes. This isn't my team anymore. I've had enough. This is a team that's lacking confidence playing against the best team in Europe in one of the most hostile atmospheres. I don't really know what else he wants. I don't know what else. Ty, do you know what Montel wants?
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen this clip.
Mate,
What does
he's
he say?
slated us. He said, quote unquote, like he said, I'll read you the caption.
This isn't the ball guy, is it?
No, he's wearing like a black Liverpool shirt, and he was like, "What's the point? You know, what's the point of even turning up?" And I was like, "We weren't that. I don't think we were that bad."
I mean,
Slot
you are
tried to-
playing PSG, and you're
Slot-
in a
Slot-
very bad
Slot
state.
tried to
What is the?
with a-
I mean, there's no point in turning up to a game like PSG away when you know you're going to lose. You might. I mean, Slot threw the towel in before the game started. The fans threw the towel in before the game
2-0's are not a
started.
bad
We're still in the
result, to be fair,
tie.
were they?
We're still in the tie. Like we're at Anfield. We're still in the tie.
You're
If
not
it
going to
was 3-0
overturn it. This ain't Klopp's Liverpool. This ain't Klopp's Liverpool.
Yeah, but if this was 3 or
And
4, I'd
this is
say
PSG.
forget it,
We
game
know how to
over.
play away.
Two goals is bad, and
But they came
obviously
and beat you at your place last year. They beat you at your place last year, though.
I know they did.
And that was when you were good.
I know. But all I'm saying is, I'm a believer. As a Liverpool fan, I'm a believer in the Champions League. I've seen the Barcelona stuff. I've seen the Borussia Dortmund.
So you are deluded.
I'm not deluded. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. But I'm not. Look, I'm saying we're still in it. I'm not saying we're guaranteed to win. We'll probably. There's a good chance we'll still lose, and I think we'll still lose. But we're still in the tie. We're still in the tie, and that's all that matters.
I think you'll lose. I think you'll probably lose 3-0 at home, and Slot will walk after that.
I think no, but I think Slot tried something different, and when Doué scored, I was like, this is gonna like go downhill really quickly. But I actually think the back five worked quite well. Frimpong looked quite dangerous at times, considering he just got back from injury. I like Konate flowing up and down as well. That was really nice. Gomez had a great game. I've never been a big fan of Gomez, but I thought he had a great game yesterday.
Has he scored a Premier League goal yet?
No.
Never scored a goal full stop.
That's crazy. I know he's a centre back, but that's
I
still
saw him on the
crazy
edge of the box. I saw him on the edge of the box with the ball, and I was like, imagine his first goal is an equaliser against PSG. But it wasn't to be. Look, I don't want to talk about it too much because obviously it's my team, but like I don't think we were that bad. We just came up against the best team in Europe and one of the most hostile atmospheres. And this is a team that's like really lacking confidence. I mean, you look at Ekitike, he looks a bit of a shell right now of the player he was like at the start of the season, which is sad to see. But and then obviously Salah not coming on and stuff like that. I don't know.
What's the point in Salah coming on? There's no point.
No,
if he comes on, you're going to get worse.
There's no point. Yeah, because the structure, he would just lose all the structure. You know, he wouldn't track back. You know, unfortunately, but. It was a rough one, but we move. I don't know if Tom, did you watch the game yesterday?
Yeah, no, I did. Well, I watched the first half. I was at the pub, and then the first half happened, and I just kind of started talking to my mates because it was over. But but no, like I saw the first goal. Don't get me wrong, wicked deflection, but you could see the low confidence, like how Ousmane Dembele just ran through, dribble through the players so easily, and then Doué turned your players so easily. And like, I know it was a
I
weak
say we
defense,
defended
but
well, but oh my gosh,
that
PSG
that
could have scored
first goal,
5 or
the
6.
defending was a bit all over the place. Like, no, both those players
Yeah.
should not have been given that much space being able to get through that crowd of people.
But
Like,
that's
you
why I
don't have
said
terrible
the
players.
back five. As soon as I saw that first goal, I was like, this back five's gonna go to pieces, like 0 to
Yeah.
60.
No, look, you don't.
But
Look, 2-0 at home to away to PSG isn't the worst result. As you say, you're a Liverpool fan. You're a believer. 2-0 isn't. You are correct. A team going 2-0, back to a stadium like Anfield, you would think you're still in it, right? We've
if
seen
it's 3 or 4,
we've seen.
I'd set
I
it
know.
off.
I know it's a different Liverpool and a different, manager and everything, but you've still seen the Barcelona Liverpool 4-0 when everyone thought that was even physically possible. I
Yeah,
don't think. I know Liverpool fans could believe, but I don't think they thought against that Barca team at the time they would come back 4-0. But Anfield's a good place, but PSG they are top. They're top tier.
they're a different
They
breed
are.
right now.
Yeah,
They're
and
a
I think
different breed.
Arsenal are going to get very lucky in the way that, I mean, don't get me wrong, you got first, so fair enough, but you've been very lucky in the way that you don't have to take both of them on at one point. In the semi-final and the final, you just skip through and get
This
one
is
of
what
them.
you get for topping the
You do,
league
and look,
phase.
fair play. I'm not. Look, it's not luck. It's called winning your games, getting it's finding the Champions League. I think they actually reward the teams at the top for
No,
doing.
they don't. May I say so myself? We came top last season. Who did we face in the round of 16?
Yeah, but that's only because
Who did
they,
we
for
face?
some
We
reason,
played
had a
against
bad round.
PSG.
Yeah,
You
but that's very rare. Like, how rare is it that a team like PSG finishes outside, that low and like
Yeah,
with
true.
etc.
They
Like,
they finished. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah.
They
yeah,
did, and
but
we
they've
got
done it this
PSG
year
first
as well.
round.
They've done it this year as well. They didn't finish that great in the group
No.
stage, and then they just
No.
it hits the rounds. Why every team does it. Real Madrid used to do it like all the time. Bayern do it as well. I mean, Bayern look obviously a bit better, but they used to not be great in the group stage. Like, obviously they used to win, but
Yeah,
they aren't
but it's
great. And
nice.
they just hit
PSG,
these
they've got
knockouts and they just fly. They just know how to tackle them.
they've
So
got 6
I feel
days.
like with Arsenal, I feel like with Arsenal, the group stage was like a league for them. It is like a league, and I
Well,
feel
it
like
was. It is a league. It's a league phase.
yeah,
You
no,
win
no,
your
but
game.
I feel like that's why you got first, because for some reason I feel like you are just good in those sort of, in
See, they should have
one
just
league
cut the
phase,
Champions
playing
League
one
there, mate.
game, playing
That's
one
what they should have done.
game.
They should have stopped it there.
No, but that's what it is.
Stopped it there. Give us a title.
Arsenal good at playing that one game, but over 2 legs, I think is where Arsenal could struggle. That's my only thing.
Yeah,
That is my only thing. That, and like you say, you beat Bayern earlier, but that's in more like a league phase. Now play them over 2 legs, and we can only wait. We can only wait. Hopefully
it's nice.
we beat
PSG, they
Liverpool.
get a 6-day break as well. Obviously, not playing at the weekend, so even better for us. We have to play against Liverpool this weekend.
Did they get their game cancelled?
Yeah, game got cancelled.
Nice.
Brilliant. Yep. So it's looking like a PSG Bayern semi-final on our side of the draw. An absolute mouth-watering game. If both legs were happening tomorrow, hypothetically, who are you taking right now, PSG or Bayern? I'm probably edging Bayern right now.
Bayern. I've just said Bayern are winning.
I'm taking PSG. I'm taking PSG.
It's close either way. I think they.
Yeah,
both of them, I like personally.
For the
I know
pure
Arsenal
fact
got an
of the
easier.
managers. For the pure fact of the managers, you have.
Oh, what the
You
hell?
have you have someone like, I don't know, and then the balloon come. Anyway,
I've got a filter.
you got you got Vincent Kompany, who he's
not Max
he's
doing
good.
that, and nothing's happening. So he smiled with it too. He was like,
Anyway,
so funny.
anyway, Ty, keep going.
No, you got Kompany, who's a good manager, but he's not experienced. He's not even 40 years old yet.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of games to play, a lot of games to win, a lot of games to lose. So in a UCL semi-final, something that he's never experienced as a manager, compared to a guy who's already won it twice.
Yeah.
I mean, at 2 different clubs.
Of course.
I think Enrique is gonna do what he always does and outsmart his opponent.
Agreed.
No, it's
Enrique's
big
a genius.
analysis. It's big
He's
analysis.
the expert tactician.
Arguably the best manager in the world right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Guardiola.
So
Them two.
Agreed.
he's better than Guardiola right now,
Mm,
I'd say.
yeah,
No.
mate, it's a harsh one because it's
No,
a harsh
this
one.
season he's most definitely better than Guardiola.
But then also
Potentially, but then City could win a double, maybe even a
Enrique's got
treble.
playing. The football Enrique's got playing is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
It is gorgeous. It is so lovely to watch.
And he's had a lot of injuries this year. He's had a lot of problems at the beginning of the season. No Dembele, all these players are out for
Fabian Ruiz has been out for quite a while. He's
Yeah,
quite key
you know.
part of the way he plays.
key midfielder. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he struggled a lot with injuries, but he still managed to get that team potentially, probably in a semi.
Two things I quickly wanted to talk about before our next fun segment. Andy Robertson's calling it quits at Liverpool after 9 very successful years at the club. This is hit me hard. I'm going to be honest because I have 4 Robertson shirts. I love this guy. I love this guy. Robertson.
He's good. He's quality.
It was the game 17-18 when we beat City. I think it was 4-1 at Anfield. And it was that, I don't know if you've seen that video of like him running for like a minute, pressing. That just summed him up in a nutshell, and he's been a fan favorite ever since. So I hope good luck to wherever he goes. And then
I think personally, I like, unless he wants to leave the Prem and go make money, but if he wants to stay in the Prem and just wants to think, I generally believe if we stay in the Prem, Spurs would be a great move for him. I do. Look, because we need. No, I'm just thinking we do need a left back.
So he would want to be in a relegation battle next year, then, would he?
He's
not lost it. He's still got form. He's just get a bit older. Liverpool are a much better position than Spurs are. He's a leader. He comes in with experience. He's a left back. We need a left back.
Yeah.
Our left back situation is still crazy. So I
hear what you're saying, but if I'm him, I'm not pulling my hair out and going bold for Spurs under that sort of stress.
Oh no! If he wants some money,
I'm taking £1 million.
I see him going
salary,
I see him going Celtic or Rangers.
I'm going Saudi.
Yeah, Scottish League could be a move for him.
I think Scotland is a good place to go.
But then he's not going to get the money. It's up to him money wise.
But we'll see where he goes. But another interesting story.
No, he won't go to Celtic because there's a better left back at Celtic right now. The boy, Kieran Tierney.
No, Robertson gets in.
Yeah, Robertson gets in over Tierney. The other news was that Enzo Fernandez he's going to be left out, apparently, again. Rossini says he's going to miss the City game, which is, as an Arsenal fan, Ty, that's probably not what you want to hear. Want a Chelsea.
Not at all. I mean, he's the only player that can do something against him.
Yeah. I mean,
Rossini is trying to get sacked, clearly. I mean, when's the last time? Anyone know the last time Rossini actually won a Premier League game?
I think it's because of his comment.
Sure.
It's been a while, isn't it?
It's because of his comment, yeah, but who wouldn't come out and drool over Real Madrid? I mean, Rodri did it, and Rodri's been offered a new contract. There's levels to this game. Rodri said he would go to Madrid. And Rodri got offered a new deal because every player wants to go to Madrid. Every player wants to go to Madrid. Of course they do.
You don't have to say something to the media, though. Like the media.
Well, you look. Trent Alexander-Arnold got dropped when he was talking to Madrid after Leeds. The first few games back, Leeds had international breaks. That's
the thing is, they're clear. They know the players know what they're doing. They don't need to tell the media. They know their agents, everything talks around Madrid behind the scenes. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't have to talk for the media to contact Real Madrid. That's not how it works. That's not how football works. So he's just doing it, because he just wants a bit of attention.
He's just doing it for a bit of giggles.
A bit of attention. I think he deserves to be dropped. I know they're not in like the worst scenario ever. Like I know they want European football, but they've still
they need him though. They need to get Champions League.
They need him.
But
if we're faltering, they need to pick up as many points as they can. But
then again, 5th place is now a UCL spot.
We're going to move on now to the segment that we decided to make at the start of the show.
Call it Max's Fun Time.
Max's Fun.
We built this in fun. We probably did this in 10 minutes each.
That sounds extremely concerning. Max's Fun Time.
We did this in 10 minutes each, so there's got to be given respect.
Worst 11s, worst Premier League's 11s of the season so far. Obviously, there's still a few games left to go, so there might be a few more Spurs players depending if they go down or not.
Yeah.
We're going to start with keepers, nice and easy.
Wait, do you want to go one at a time, just the whole 11, or do you want to do one position?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I reckon one player at a time.
I'm thinking the whole 11 because it's better for the TikTok.
No,
it's better for
one
TikTok,
at a time.
It takes forever to edit on TikTok if we go one at a time.
Okay, mate. Okay. But we're not. That's not our job. That's not mine and Ty's job.
Yeah,
that's is that JP's job? Is JP
Kira's job. It's Kira. Just let Kira do the edits.
Okay, yeah.
Because
I mean,
you
you
can
got. I
do
mean,
3 different
you do have a
TikTok
point.
videos.
You do have a
Okay, yeah.
point.
You know what? Let's do that
All
then.
right,
You know
go
what?
on then.
We'll do read out every player,
And we can
and
react
then
to it.
then go back to the goalkeepers. Just go back to the goalkeepers, and then we discuss, and then go so on and so forth.
Yeah, just read out your 10. Who wants to go first?
Okay,
Who wants to go with their
yeah.
11, I mean?
Ty, you can go first, mate.
Go on, Ty. Let's do it.
What, full 11?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, or do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go.
Okay, mate.
All right. Full 11. Worst Premier League 11 this season. Yeah. Cool. In goal, Vicario. Obviously, Flappy Bird. Worst goalkeeper I've seen in a very long time.
Very,
Worse
very
than
valid.
David Ospina, mate.
Right,
He's
I
god
wouldn't
awful.
say I wouldn't go that far, but valid.
Okay.
I'll go-
Left back, the guy who's worse than Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson.
Oh wow.
My
Wow.
two centre backs.
I was not expecting that.
centre backs. I've gone with Konate. I have gone with Konate.
Wow. What?
Next to your boy, Dragushin.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Oh
he is
my god, I've missed
shocking.
him out bad. We
He
can't
is
edit now, can we? We
No,
can't. Oh yeah,
he
no,
is
you've hit
shockingly
nailed it.
bad.
He's shocking. He's horror. He's horror.
Yeah.
One of the worst Tottenham defenders I've ever seen. And I've seen some
Definitely.
horrors.
Definitely. At right back, I've gone a bit unconventional here. He does play across the back four. He hasn't been that good this season, and he hasn't played a lot this season because he's not that good. I went Lindelof.
Ooh, I like
Poor
that.
signing for Villa.
In
I
very
like
Poor
that.
signing for Villa,
I
and he's
like
been
that.
very poor overall.
fair. Interesting.
I'm playing 4-4-2, by the way.
Okay.
And my two centre mids, both attacking centre mids, I'll be honest.
Fair.
I've gone with Cole Palmer, who's been, again, awful compared to his usual standards. Next to the £35 million man. This is a
Oh.
lot of money for a small club.
Oh wow.
Nottingham Forest, Amari Hutchinson. £35 million.
Yeah, that's
And
that
he's-
is.
I don't
yeah.
think he's been that bad though.
No, he has.
Yeah.
He has.
He
He
hasn't.
doesn't even start.
But come
He
on,
doesn't even start.
Come on.
I
Come
thought
on.
He got
That-
dropped
if you're,
straight away. He's
if you're
been awful.
paying that much money as Forest, that's a
Yeah,
joke.
no, fair.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Simmons wasn't in there, to be fair. I thought you would
No,
have put Simmons.
he was close. He was close,
He has
but
been
Amari
better than
Hutchinson's
both
been
of them,
worse.
though. He has been better than.
Yeah.
I mean, Palmer's a weird one because we all know what Palmer
No, but
is.
I'm judging him by his standards.
Yeah, that's
by
what I mean.
Palmer's
Simmons, we
standards,
didn't
he's
know.
been awful.
Simmons has just kind of come in and he's kind of in a rough situation, so it's a bit different.
Exactly.
Very valid.
My left mids and right mids. Left mid, I've gone with the former Spurs man, who's played for 2 clubs this year, Brennan Johnson.
Yeah,
God awful.
I was gonna put him in actually.
A little
He's
bit
been
harsh.
ter-
I think it's a little bit harsh.
He's been
considering he didn't really
terrible.
play on.
He's been shocking.
He's been bad at Palace, but he didn't play under Thomas Frank at all. Like he didn't.
And when he did play, he was shocking.
Yeah.
Right mid / right wing. Obvious one. The guy who's going to cash in and go to Al Hilal,
Yeah.
Mo Salah. Then my front two, a little bit unconventional. It was tempting to put Liam Delap in there because he's been god awful. Really tempted to put Liam Delap in there, but I didn't. I went with. Now this one, I said it would. I think it might upset Max. Voltemada, god awful.
Oh no!
God awful. God awful.
No!
Harsh. It's
No.
the
For a worst
worst
11.
striker.
For a worst 11.
Nope.
No.
Fallen off a cliff. He started off. He started off. No, he started
Okay,
off.
no,
We
I'll
can discuss
agree.
this
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
We can discuss this afterwards.
Yeah.
He's been
Okay.
god awful.
Nah,
God awful
Yeah.
since the start of the season. Fallen off a
Yeah,
cliff.
okay, fine.
Along with that whole Newcastle team. And next to him, I've gone with another guy who's not been that good value for money, considering he was £35-40 million. Evan Nelson, Bournemouth. Not been
He's been injured though.
not been near
He was
the
injured
standards.
for a
Yeah,
while.
but
There's
when
no
he
proof
when he's
he
been
was
playing, he hasn't been that
He's not
good.
worse,
Semenyo carried that team.
worse though.
Semenyo carried that team.
He's
So I
not
went
the
with Evan
worst
Nelson.
though. I don't know.
But where
fair.
that goal's been coming from, not really from him.
He had a few. He's been injured, and he was good.
But
I
he
don't
hasn't
know. I
been
don't
no
think he's the
Solanke
worst.
replacement. He hasn't been no Solanke
I think
replacement
it's
or
rotten that
Semenyo
you haven't put
replacement, no.
I think your Delap shout should have been over either them two. Voltemada's hard.
I was debating Delap over Evan Nelson, but Voltemada was always going to make the team, I'll be honest. He was always going to make the team.
Wow. So,
It was between Delap and Evan Nelson
who wants to
for
go
my
next?
other striker.
Who's go next? We're at to all of our two. Who's go next?
Tom, you go next, mate.
Okay. My worst 11. And this is unbiased. Because
He's going to put 11 Arsenal players in.
on a real, in goal has to be Vicario. Like I'm not gonna go as far as he's the worst goal I've ever seen in the Premier League because there have been some stinkers in this Premier League, over the years. But he's by far the worst goal of the season. I mean, preferably as a Spurs fan, he's cost us a good 10, 12 points, which is massive. Considering Raya on the other hand has probably saved Arsenal, 10, 12 points. Vicario he's been Flappy Bird. There's so many games he should have made big saves. He's nervous, kicking out the back, and somehow he's going to get a move to Juventus or Inter. And we are interested in James Trafford, so hopefully that comes soon. But anyway,
I was going to say that I thought Chelsea should get him in though.
it'd be one of us, or Villa. Could be Villa as well, or Newcastle.
I think Chelsea though, because I think Chelsea would be a great place for Trafford. Anywhere he goes would be good, but I think Chelsea.
But anyway, Vicario definitely the worst. Right back, I've gone for an interesting one. It's actually one of the bottom threes, which I know, we were saying the bottom three might be harsh to be in this, but I think considering he's an experienced man, and I know he didn't come into the best side, but he has been terrible for what he should have been. It's Kyle Walker. I know he's old. I know he's experienced.
Oh, that's a bit of a rogue pick.
That's hard. I think that's a bit harsh.
No. Well, you got to hear me out. I know.
But what do you expect from him? He's 35.
Yeah, I know, but he's still. We've seen. No. Hear me out. We've seen old players go into.
Tom's had a poor one now. He's absolutely.
Guys, we've seen old people. We've seen old experienced players go into promoted Premier League sides, the likes of Ross Barkley. We've seen it over the years. And Walker, I'm telling you right now, please tell me what he's really done for Burnley. He hasn't driven that team to, for wins. He hasn't really led the team, and he's the captain of that team. He's come in with the supposed to be Premier League experience. I know he's old, but he's still got that mentality, that experience. And he, supposedly one of the best right backs of all time, which I do agree, like in the Premier League, which I do agree with. But he's brought none of that to Burnley. Like I know Burnley aren't the greatest, but
what can you bring when Scott Parker's your manager? You've already lost. You've already lost the league when Scott Parker's your manager.
Personally, Walker's in there. Like I just think as right backs go in this whole season, I don't think there's that bad of a right back. Like even putting Walker in it was a bit harsh. Like as you said, you put a centre back at right back. But I think as a conventional right back, he's got to be the lowest in this list, personally to me. Okay. Centre backs, I actually agree with Ty. Drakusin should have been in here. But my two centre backs I picked, one was actually Milenkovic and Nottingham Forest. Now, the reason I put him in is because he was good last year, but this year he's been stinky. Like Murillo has carried that back. The whole back four has not been great at Forest, but that Milenkovic went from top tier to boom, just dropped out. I think he's been really poor, tired as passing, struggling. The speed of the game's caught up to him. And the other one, who I generally believe, especially after watching the Leeds game, is the worst centre back in the league, and has also conceded 3 penalties in a row, is Max Kilman. Max Kilman.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
That's a great shout.
He brought him in, and he has been terrible. He's given away 3 penalties in 3 games in a row. That's a great shout. And that's not even starting. That's just been
Oh my God.
Not even playing and just coming in to play a game, and he's given away 3 penalties in a row. It's nuts.
That's a great shout.
He's horror.
That's a great shout.
He is terrible. And at left back, actually, fun enough, I put a Spurs guy. I put Jed Spence. And
I don't think he's been that. I don't think he's been shocking.
Here's my thing with Jed Spence.
We were talking about him starting for England, at the
I know, but hear me out. You have to hear it from Spurs perspective. I get his. I'm not saying he's the worst, left back in this whole league, but this season, watching him at left back, it's very poor. He's passed it every time he gets the ball. He passes back. He doesn't.
Isn't he a right back though? Isn't he a right back?
Yeah, but look, I get this thing. He's a right back, but he's played left back for nearly 2 seasons now, right? You have to just pin him as a left back for now. He can play both positions, but he's played left back for 2 seasons. He can't really get away with that. He's a right back thing. Every time he gets the ball, he passes it backwards. His mentality's been poor this season. He keeps dropping his head, walking past several managers. I know they're not great, but not shaking hands. He's been really poor. And he's had his decent games here and there. He still is a quality player in there, but personally to me, he's been a poor player for Spurs this season. Caught our position a lot. I think, and that's down to bad attitude as well. I think, which I was I knew of that he had, but I think a bit of confidence light him up again. But
Spencer's a bad man.
Yeah,
that's a bad man left back.
What do you want? Right mid list. I'll do my 2 midfielders first. One, same with Ty, Cole Palmer. Could have had Simmons in there, as he said, but Cole Palmer, he's had his injuries, and he is a penalty merchant. But he has been the label. He is. He should be competing for England's 10. That number 10 position. And right now, he's been really poor. I mean, he's not even looked Chelsea's best player or even looked like Chelsea's star player anymore. I don't know what's gone on there, but he needs to brighten up a little bit. And the other one who I've put, who's played for 2 clubs this season and has
Go
been
on.
terrible at both, and that is James Ward-Prowse. Another one who he was at Nottingham Forest, was terrible there.
Yeah.
Actually knew who came in. Someone came in who knew him, didn't even want to start him. And
What,
then,
Daichi?
huh?
Was that Deitch?
Yeah, it might have been Dyche. It was someone he came didn't even want to start him. Went to Burnley.
Damn.
And he's also
Yeah.
been terrible at Burnley. And look, he's a good player. We know him as a good player. I know he's getting older, but he's done it at Southampton for years. There's no reason he can't do it at these other clubs. And he's been poor. He's been real poor. Right mid, King of Egypt, Salah. It's pretty plain and simple. He's
not the king, actually. Mohamed El Neni. That's the king of
Oh,
Egypt.
get out of it.
Marmoush.
Get out of it.
But no, on a real
If he's
note,
the king, then
I don't have to
Salah's
talk
the
about it.
Egyptian god.
I don't have to talk about it. He's been the worst right wing, right mid in this year. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he didn't even get on the pitch yesterday, so
Not even a
good enough.
debate. Not even a debate.
Left wing. I've actually gone for 2 Liverpool players on my wings, or left mid because I'm doing 4-4-2. I put Gakpo.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Thank
He
you.
has been
Thank you
terrible.
very much.
He has been terrible.
2026
And I do think that I don't think he's a terrible player. I do think he'd be good at another club, but he's not good enough for Liverpool. He's not good enough for Liverpool. I still think
I don't think he's a terrible player either.
I don't think he'd be bad at Spurs. I generally think if Spurs brought him in, I wouldn't be disheartened. Do you get what I mean? But I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool.
I used to rate him though at Liverpool, and then
he started off so well.
2026. Oh my god, 2026. He's been so bad.
So
bad.
My
Slot
2
just loves it.
My 2 strikers, I've done exactly opposite of what Ty said. I put Delap in. Has to go in. I know he hasn't played as many games, and I like Delap. I still think there's a player in him. But I always said Chelsea was the wrong move for him. I don't know why he ever moved to Chelsea. That was a weird. I get the move, but when it was made, I was like, why? Why has it gone there? I think he should have gone to West Ham. I think West Ham would have been the right next step for him, and then onwards and upwards. But
West Ham.
Yeah, I thought West Ham at the start of the season. I thought
what to get relegated.
Well, no. Let's think of it. When I was looking at the start of this season, right before,
where did he come from? Where did Delap come from?
Ipswich.
So
Ipswich got relegated. He was good at Ipswich. He wasn't unreal, but he was really good at Ipswich, and then came back into the Prem. But
he would have done well at a Villa, competing with Ollie Watkins.
But then Watkins was coming out. And funny that you say that, Watkins is my other striker.
No, I don't think he's been that bad.
Watkins has been this consistent striker we've known for years. This season, he has been
worse than Nick Voltemade.
He said he scored 9 goals this season, Watkins. He's played every single game. Sorry,
worse than Voltemade, man.
Sorry, we have Voltemade's PR man over there.
Watkins has played every single game this season, more or less, and he's only got 9 Premier League goals. That is poor for Watkins standard. That if you're saying Cole Palmer standard, Watkins is a number 9 for Aston Villa. 9.
But didn't we look at? But hold on a minute. We looked at Voltemade and expected him to be the Isak replacement. An Isak replacement with 7 Premier League goals in 27 games.
But hear me out, Ty.
That is so
but
poor.
Ty, hear me out. Watkins is an experienced Premier League striker. Villa aren't even bad. They're in the top 6 right now, and he scored 9 goals. That is not good. That is poor. That is poor for a striker.
I think the team make him look better, though. He does more than just goals for the team.
Joe, I'm starting to see why Duran was getting played over him or getting picked over, and why Rashford was as well, because you can see it now. He's don't wrong. I don't dislike Watkins, but I think he's been very poor this season. I think he's been one of the worst strikers in the league.
Do you know
he is?
Do you know the player we've all missed out that could have easily got any these 11s? I don't think Max has put him in either.
Go on.
Phil Foden. Phil Foden could have easily got in his 11s.
He's not in mine.
The problem is there are worse. There is a chance.
Easily.
There are worse. But I can see why he could be in there.
But he has been awful. He's been awful.
Yeah, and he hasn't even been starting. That's the only reason I put in Palmer, because I think Palmer's actually been starting, and he's been poor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Right, go on, Max.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Right. It's 4-4-2, but there's players like midfielders are playing out of position, but we'll get to that if it needs to. Goalkeeper, I'm not going for Carrier because I think as much
because he's a Spurs fan.
No, as much as I think if Carrier is poor, this guy, I watch him play in goal and I just don't understand what he's doing at the level of club he is. Robert Sanchez.
Ugh.
Chelsea have had Courtois, Petr Cech, Ariza Balaga was good for them, and then you go to Robert Sanchez.
Ariza Balaga was, oh my God, Ariza Balaga is one of the worst goalkeepers on the planet.
For them, he was good for Chelsea.
No,
He was
Ariza
right for
Balaga's
Chelsea.
never been good. He's
He was
never
right for
been good,
Chelsea.
not
He
even
was
at
right for
Chelsea.
But
All he
okay,
did
right,
for Chelsea
fine.
is mess up Carabao Cup finals.
But
and
Even when I
just
just
'cause
was
he
get
messed
messed
up-
up for Arsenal, I just think you lot are going to
he won a
concede.
Champions League, mate. He's got more Champions League than your squad.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not wrong, am I?
There we go.
Not wrong.
There we go.
But we've gone to Robert Sanchez, and I just, as a Chelsea fan, I'd feel so uncomfortable watching him in goal. Does not look comfortable, especially from crosses. He just doesn't know what to do with it. At any point across his end, he is flailing. He is doing whatever he wants. So he's there. Left back, this is very harsh. I've still gone with Kirkes. As a Liverpool fan,
Wow.
I watch him. The first half of the season, he would have been definitely stonewalling there.
Worse than Robertson?
No, but Robertson's coming off the bench most games, so I'm having to deal with Kirkes a lot. Kirkes, he's a good. He will be a good player, and he's a pretty good player now. I just feel very uncomfortable watching him defend and watching him. It's when his clearances, it makes me really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. And he's not exactly your stereotypical attacking left back. So I'm going to put him in there. It's a bit harsh, but I'm putting him in there. I've gone with Dragusin, same as you two.
Yeah.
It's diabolical.
Well, I didn't
No,
put him
same
in.
as me. He didn't.
I didn't put him in, but I agree. It's just because I completely
Right.
forgot about him.
Yeah, I've gone with Dragusin. I've gone with a different left back though. I've gone with Tadibo at West Ham.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah,
Yes.
poor. He has been.
He is
Tom,
him and Tillman.
Tom, he came in for 40 million quid.
No, I don't know.
He has come in for 40 million quid, and he has been.
Did you see his performance against Chelsea away when he lost his head?
His loan move was good.
You're going off of one-off games.
He's come this season. For 40 million, and him and Max Kilman are by far the worst defensive pairing in the league. They're worse. They are worse than Wolves. They are worse than Burnley. Those two at the back. Oh my gosh, I don't know how West Ham fans would do it.
No. Tadibo.
No,
you're still being like Tadibo.
Tadibo was once discussed to go to Chelsea, Man United, all these top teams. He ended up going to West Ham.
That's
and
what I mean. We're
proved
talking
why
about. He was a good player. Like 2-3 years ago, he was a class centre back. You know, he was wanted by all these clubs. Now he's at West Ham. I don't see why he was so good. I don't see it.
No, I think you lot are over
The Liverpool game, he was
40 million euro. 40 million euro for this.
The Liverpool game, it was a car crash. The Chelsea game, it was a car crash. Those two at the back, I could have easily gone with Kilman, but I went with Tadibo.
The only reason why West Ham are now winning games is because they have the former Arsenal man, who's arguably one of the best centre backs in the world. Wenger trained him from his young age and made him the beast he is today, Mavropanos. Yeah, that's the only reason why West Ham are winning.
He's good, Mavropanos. No, Tadibo and Mavropanos together are good. They're a good duo.
No, but I still 40 million, and you're getting that much. You're getting that, but it's not good enough. Right back, I've gone. I said it before we started, but I've gone with Trippier.
Nice, okay.
I just Newcastle have
I
fallen
agree.
off.
I hear it.
The problem is I don't think there's been like a terrible right back.
No, that's what I agree, and that's why I struggle with this, and that's why I've actually gone with Trippier, because
he's getting old.
I think Trippier's getting older, but you pick Kyle Walker, so I'm allowed to pick.
Yeah, but Kyle Walker's coming in a different. No, but to me, Kyle Walker came in a different sort of role.
But he's playing on a bad team. This Newcastle team, we've said it with Eddie Howe, right? This is an amazing squad, and I just feel there's a few players bringing this squad that are restricting the squad from going further. Unfortunately, Kieran Trippier is one of them. Kieran Trippier.
The only man that seems to be.
What was that, Ty?
I said the only man that seems to be calling Eddie Howe out is True Geordie. Because
but I don't know why. I have no idea. I don't know why.
I know. Doesn't make any sense, because
no, it doesn't.
How can he?
It makes no sense.
How can he be held to these low standards when you have that team? Like,
I know.
Come on, we've got to start being real.
But look, that's why I've gone with Trippier, because he has really disappointed me. Really disappointed me. This season, not much output. You know, he's an attacking right back. Let's be real. was at Spurs. The output's not good enough this season, and that's why he's in there. Right wing, right mid. I don't even want to say it because it's sad. It is Mo Salah.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, you cut out. Sorry, say that again.
Mohamed Salah.
Okay, yeah, okay, got it.
Mohamed Salah in as my right winger. Pains you to say it, but it is. In the middle, I've gone with Simmons. I know he's an attacking midfielder, but I've put him in the central midfield. This guy was getting bigged up by Spurs fans as the next big thing. He was supposed to be better than Wirtz. I'm not saying Wirtz has been amazing this season.
Oh,
but
well, who said that? Who was saying he's supposed to be better than Wirtz?
He was supposed to be on that level though.
He was. He was supposed to be on that level. Tom, you might not have said it, but
I mean,
Spurs,
I think the price tag showed a difference.
Reece Scanlon is an example of a Spurs fan that did, right? and he is and he has just been god awful.
Reece also said Bournemouth to win the league.
He's been awful. He's not been god awful. He's had his ups and downs. He's not been great. He's not been great, but he's not been. He's had his good games. He's had his bad games.
It just helps. He's playing in a team that's really struggling right now. I feel for a player like him because he's come to the Premier League and he's cut. I think if he goes to any other club of the top six, I think he'd thrive. He's just at a bad Tottenham team right now, and he's one of the players that really just doesn't look.
Maybe De Zerbi gets something out of him. We'll find out.
Yeah, I hope so because I really liked Simmons before he came to Spurs, and now he's a car crash. He's been a bit of a car crash. I don't think
the question is though. Go on. Yeah, are the Spurs faithful even going to back De Zerbi?
You've got.
We didn't even talk. We haven't talked about De Zerbi's appointment.
There's too much going on with De Zerbi. I think we already find out what happens with De Zerbi in this season. At the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's been a while since that appointment's come, but I don't think we've recorded since then. Yeah, he's been appointed. I've gone with Andre Santos next to him.
Really? This is quite.
That's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh.
There's a lot worse than him. There's a lot worse than him.
I know he's young. I appreciate he's young. You know, he's played quite a few games for Chelsea this season.
He's not been bad, though.
0 goals, 0 assists.
Yeah, but I don't think it's his role.
No. When Enzo, I just.
Yeah, but Enzo, you're talking about Andre Santos and Enzo. Like, Enzo's a 100 mil player.
I'm not comparing them as players. I'm not comparing them as players. If you listen, Enzo would play that position a bit deeper. Santos has been given. I look. He's going to be a good player. I'm not saying this is it for him. He's 21 years old. You know,
Mike's just saying this is it. Mike's just saying this is it for him. He's done.
He's done. Come on,
He's retired.
You know, I think he's going to be a good player. I think Chelsea paid quite a bit of money to him as well, and at the moment, the ceiling's there, but the performances aren't. You might disagree with me, and that's fine.
I think there's a lot worse than Andre Santos.
Well, I agree. I think there's a lot worse than him.
There's a lot worse, but this is my
because
team.
Wasn't he on loan? I'm not sure. Was he on loan for half the season, or was that last season?
No, that was
last season against Forest, wasn't it? And he played
because I know he was on loan. No, he was at Strasbourg at one point as well.
Yeah, but then he was but then he went to Forest and got no game time.
But Rosenior's going to be starting him because they're buddies.
Yeah, but that makes it worse. That's made it worse because he's been not a main reason, but he's been part of the reason Chelsea have been so poor. Is you're throwing a 21-year-old kid, and unfortunately, he gets into my worst because Chelsea are in a really bad place right now, and he's at fault for a lot of that. Unfortunately, left wing. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this one. No one's mentioned him yet. Was Karo Mitoma?
What?
Oh, from
Brighton.
He's not been.
No.
Wait,
you think about this.
Mitoma.
Yeah.
You couldn't know.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
No, he's been injured, and when he come back, he's been great.
I'm disagreeing. I'm sorry.
Over Gakpo.
I'm sorry. Gakpo
over Brennan Johnson.
Over Brennan Johnson. Gakpo.
Yes, unfortunately. This is my team, right? We've got to have a bit of difference. Mitoma,
are you making an underrated 11?
I understand he's injured, right? But you got to think who Mitoma was.
He's only put him in there because he's Japanese.
He's still in that bracket. He's only still in the same bracket. He's not.
I'm talking about this person.
Max, you've only put him in there because Japan beat England. That's poor.
And he tore us apart.
No, I'm not.
Just trying to wait, Mitoma tore us apart.
I understand he's been injured, but you think about it. I would have signed Mitoma at the end of last season. Like I would have had him at Liverpool, 100%. I thought he was a great player.
I'd still
I
have
know
him.
he's been injured, but this season just hasn't been at the same levels. Like this guy was one of the best wingers in the league.
You would still have Matoma.
No, but he was one of the best wingers. Is he one of the best
Would
wingers in
you
the
have
league this
would you have
season? Is he
Matoma
one of
over
the best wingers
Gakpo?
in the league this season?
Would you have?
No, he's
Would
not.
you have
No.
Matoma
No,
over Gakpo?
exactly. And he was one of them, and now he's not. That's
been
falling off,
injured.
and that
He's
that's
been
yes,
injured.
that's still
But he's
work.
fallen from here to here. He hasn't
Like,
fallen from here
he's
to
not
here.
fallen from great to terrible. He's gone from great to like good. Like he's still been good for
you know
Brighton.
what, if
Since he's come
Tottenham-
back, Brighton have been better. By the way,
I can
I'm
have
pretty sure
Matoma.
since they've come back, Brighton have gone on like a 10, like I don't know, no, that's Bournemouth. That might be Bournemouth actually.
Well, bear in mind, Brighton also have a manager who's about 12 years old.
Yeah.
So he's still trying to figure things out, isn't he?
Look, it's a rogue one. I'm kind of regretting it a bit, just a tad, just a tad. I still think he's not been at the same levels. And some of your picks, I feel like the way you've picked them, I feel like this is a bit just. The way you've picked players.
No,
and they're just not-
Baltimore's trash. He is trash.
Okay, fine. We'll move swiftly on from Matoma. I have put Cole Palmer as one of the front two. I think
a
it's
striker.
Yeah, I just put him as striker because he can play
Okay,
striker.
fair.
all over the place.
And I wanted to put Salah. You had to put Salah in there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, I've gone with Palmer through the up top, through the middle, and then the other player. It's harsh, but every time I watch him play,
Here we go.
it just He Chang Wang for Wolves. I don't see
Chan.
Oh, Hwang Yi-chan.
Why
Yeah.
He Chan. I
He
say
said
He
it. He
Chang
said it
Wang.
the actual
Hwang
Korean
Yi-
way.
Yeah, I called it the Korean way.
Yeah.
Look, I understand he's playing on the worst team in the league, and Wolves are not a good side. But I just think if you put him in any team with any service, he's still scoring minimal goals. Just doesn't
Put
look
Hwang
like.
Yi-chan. Put Hwang Yi-chan up front for us. He scores more goals in your career this season.
I don't think so. I don't. I thought this guy was good at Leipzig, and
I'm joking.
he is
chance.
terrible. He is terrible. Terrible to watch. Just
Yeah.
bless him. He has no clue on the pitch. He has no clue.
What is his stats this year?
Yeah, he scored 2 goals, I think, in like 25 games.
Yeah, 2 goals in 20 games.
20 games. Oh, still.
I mean, compare that to Voltemader's 7 in 27. It's not much better, is it? Like Voltemader he's in a much stronger team with a much better coach.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that.
Oh,
I think Voltemader. I think Eddie Howe like messes with Voltemader because he makes him drop back. I mean, you know, when you watch Newcastle,
But that's because he's
Voltemader's
realised
playing
he's
field.
But that's because he's realised he's crap up top. That's the one thing Eddie Howe's got right. Eddie Howe bought him, realised, oh shit, this guy's nowhere near better than Visser. So but Visser's always injured, so we're fucked. So then he's gone, okay, right, we're gonna have to make it work because he's 80 million quid. So now he's playing at cam or a midfield or on the wing, anywhere but up top, because if he is up top, he'll be playing like Liam Delap. So there's no point. That's what Eddie Howe's comes to.
I disagree. I think he's pulled him too
I
early.
think we forgot.
I think
a big
Eddie Howe's
striker
just-
here.
Huh?
I think we've also forgot a big striker here. I think
Go on.
Strand Larsen.
Whoa.
Oh no, he's got better since he
No,
joined Palace.
I'm trying
He's got
last
1
minute.
goal,
He's
2
got
goals.
better since he joined Palace.
He's got like 1 goal,
He's
2
got
goals.
better,
And
though.
Mateta's
Yeah,
got
but
back
he's
in the
better
team,
than-
who
he's
had a
better than
massive thing.
He's better than He Chang Wang.
Yeah,
Or
he's
Hwang
not great.
Chan.
Yeah, he Hwang
He's better
Chang.
than Hwang Yi-chan, let's be honest. Come on now.
Yeah, fair.
God bless this guy, but he's not a very good footballer, is he?
That was a fun little segment, though.
Yeah,
I
if
think your
there's- if
Mitoma
there's-
shout was the worst thing of the whole thing.
Fair enough.
Most definitely.
Fair enough.
Or your Andre Santos shout, I thought was
Yeah,
bad as
you
well.
No,
had
just
a
all
few
of mine
rogue ones
crap.
here. You was playing
Crap.
a dangerous game
Basically.
here.
I am, yeah, but I like to be a bit spicy and different.
I thought the best shout. I thought my Voltemader shout was one of the best ones.
No.
No,
I disagree. Because
Because
there's loads of strikers.
I
that have been
think
worse
my
this season.
Ward-Prowse was a great shout. I think
Yeah,
Ward-Prowse.
no. There was someone else. There was someone else who said a really good one.
I said
can't-
Watkins.
No.
Gakpo. I was the only
Yeah,
one
I
that
said
said
Lindelof.
Gakpo.
I should have
Was
put Gakpo instead of Mitoma. What was I doing?
I can't believe I was the only one to put
Gakpo.
Gakpo. That's crazy.
Amari Hutchinson, that was a good shout.
Yeah, no,
was a
that
good
was-
shout,
no,
but
no,
I
that
don't.
was the- no,
I
that
still
was my
think
best
he's
one.
been better than
Amari
Gakpo.
Hutchinson.
He's
that
been better than Gakpo.
No.
That one, huh?
No.
Gakpo's
did
been
you say?
terrible.
Amari Hutchinson's not been better than Gakpo. Not a chance.
Mate, Amari Hutchinson's been awful. He was good at
I
Ipswich.
think he's had more of an influence on that team.
He
Like
was
when you
good at
watch him
Ipswich.
play,
He was
like I
really
get
good
the
at
goal
Yeah,
and
but
assist
you
thing, but when you
consider the
actually watch him
price
play,
tag as
he
well.
actually influences the team. lot.
One goal in 24 games
Oh,
for Amari
God.
Hutchinson. That is god
That's sticky.
Is that
awful.
starting every game though?
What about assists?
But even if assists, I mean, it's okay. 5,
Oh,
but that's not what you pay £35 million for, though. That's a lot of money for Forest. That's a lot of outlay. And considering at Ipswich last season, he was balling out at Ipswich last season.
mm-hmm. But can we consider Mitoma's his price value's dropped by half in a space of like
Yeah, because he's
6
been
months?
injured. He's been injured and he's getting older. It's just what
He
happened.
scored two goals and 20 appearances in the league.
I bet you Kulusevski's value
goals.
dropped
Two
like
goals.
half.
Still played in 20.
Guy was one of the best players last season before.
Bro still played. He still played.
One of the best. I won't go that
No,
far.
for Spurs. Sorry, for Spurs. I mean, he was very good in the league
I'm
as
sorry.
well. He actually was very good.
Mitoma's played 20 games and he's only scored 2 goals. That's not good for his standard. For the standards we've seen, that's not. You can't tell me that's not good.
No. I get it, but he also hasn't started a lot of games. A lot of those games, he was going injured. Like he wasn't getting a rhythm. He's only
Sounds like
recently.
Bukayo Saka. Jesus, going injured. Going injured. Any regrets, lads? Before we end the episode there.
Yeah, to be fair, I would probably say on second thought, I probably would have put Delap in over Evan Nelson. But apart from that, I don't think I'd change anything.
Just probably chucking in Drakusin for me.
I think Andre Santos could go. I think I'm being a bit harsh on a 21-year-old.
I agree.
What midfielders have you got again?
Amari Hutchinson and Cole Palmer.
I see. It's not good, but I'd probably put in Hutchinson then, because I just think he's been terrible. Right, that's going to wrap up the show today, lads. Thank you very much for joining on. We've had Tom, Spurs fan, Ty, Arsenal fan, and we've had Max, me as the host, Liverpool fan. And we will hope to see you guys soon.